So first off, I just want to say sorry that this is coming almost a day late, this video. This all was announced yesterday, but I was actually just in the middle of work, and then I saw on my phone that there was all of this new stuff coming out, and it was just killing me, because then I couldn't get on top of it right away at all. I had to just wait until now, which is now me recording the video. But we got a massive info dump on the Rise of Skywalker, and what is happening, and a slight disappointment if you were looking forward to playing the new Rise of Skywalker map for Christmas. But first off, the big bit of news, and the bit of news that I'm going to most likely put in a thumbnail, which is going to be BB-8 and BB-9E, BB-9E being the black version of BB-8 with a slightly flat head, I believe. They both came to Sphere, you could have like remote controlled versions of them that were tiny. Anyway, they're coming as heroes and villains, and I assume we're not going to get BB-8 on top of an ATST. I assume that's not going to be the case. The only sort of thing I can imagine him having is a stun, sort of like R2. He'd have a little rod that came out and stunned an enemy. But apart from that, I really do not see what sort of attacks BB-8 is going to have, because bumping into someone, bumping into Darth Vader, isn't going to damage him. I get it, the Emperor's old, but I still don't think he'd get hurt by someone rolling over his foot. So I don't know what weaponry they'll have. Maybe they'll start whipping out pistols and blasters in the Rise of Skywalker, and suddenly they'll be lethal killing machines. You never know. They could have at least done C-3PO with a Chewbacca blaster with the bowcaster. That would have been a funny hero. But I really don't know how these are going to come in. It'll be awesome to play as them, and you'll be damn sure when they do come out, even if they are completely useless, you can be damn sure that they're going to be played almost every round. I feel like BB-8 might have sort of like a Yoda or a Finn ability where he grants health to everyone around him. So, because he's just going to have to be a support character who kind of whizzes around the outside being a nuisance. But yes, I don't know how that's going to happen, and I cannot wait to find out, because it's just really interesting that they chose them. Granted, they couldn't really pick Hux, because we haven't seen him in combat at all. We've just seen him giving speeches and commanding troops rather than leading them. And we're not really going to get someone like Rose, who the fan backlash in The Last Jedi was horrific, and also we haven't really seen her properly fighting anyone. So next up, we are getting a new jungle planet, which I believe is the one Rey's kind of training on. She drops her helmet in like the trailers, and then she's fighting one of those things that Luke trained with, like the ball that fires blasters, and she's fighting it with her staff as well. I actually initially thought that planet was Endor, because they then show like the Death Star 2 wreckage, and you think Endor would be right close to that, and that would make sense for Rey to kind of go straight there. But no, it seems like it's a new jungle planet, and we are not getting it. Well, okay, we are getting it in December in the form of a co-op map. We are not getting it coming to a multiplayer map, and that is because I believe they're not doing a Galactic Assault, they're doing a Capital Supremacy map, and they're bringing all this, or at least some of the sequel maps, to Capital Supremacy, and all of those actual multiplayer matches are coming in January. I don't know if that means that we'll just get one, because it would have been nice. I mean, we got Geonosis first for Clone Wars, and that was the only map for a while, and then they added Kashyyyk, and then they added Kamino, and then they added Naboo. It would be quite nice if they had given us the Capital Supremacy map this December, so we could have something to play over Christmas. And then in January, you give us another one. You give us like Takodana, and then you give us Starkiller Base, like that, and then Crate. Oh my goodness, Crate would be amazing in Capital Supremacy if there's areas that are actually outside. So hopefully we actually do get quite a lot of them coming in January, rather than they still drip feed it one by one. Because if they were drip feeding it, you would have liked it if they'd started in December. Although I understand they have got a lot to like come up with, and all the new Rise of Skywalker content coming, and all the reinforcement skins, that they're not necessarily going to have the time to get all of the maps out, or at least even one map completely done for multiplayer. Obviously we had the Venator, and we had the Separatist big ship. I can't remember what the technical name was. The big ship for the Separatists. And so we're obviously not going to be able to have them for the sequel trilogy. So we've got the new Resistance MC-85, and then the Resurgent Star Destroyer from the First Order, which you see in the Starfighter Assault game mode, where it's just on the outer rims. It's literally just fighting around a Star Destroyer. That's the whole Starfighter Assault map. And so if you've played that, you'll know what I mean. If not, then you're going to find out either in the co-op mode or in January when we get it actually in Capital Supremacy. But that isn't everything. We've also got 4 new reinforcements, and we already knew one of them was going to be the Sith Trooper, thanks to the Celebration Edition cover, and they've been described to have speed and advanced weaponry. I guess that just means more powerful blasters, similar to like the Jet Troopers and all of the, you know, the usual stuff, but we haven't seen anything from Rise of Skywalker, so we don't really know what they use other than just regular blasters. And also speed, it doesn't say whether that's unnatural speed, because we don't obviously, they might just be as fast as like Luke runs, or they might be like Quicksilver or the Flash, and they might be able to just zip around without people catching up on them, sort of like Tracer in Overwatch, where they just, it looks like they teleport, but they're actually just moving really quick. We don't know because we haven't seen Rise of Skywalker yet. And also they're changing the Jet Trooper a little bit for the First Order, where you can now hover and dodge while airborne, and they've also given, I believe this is going to be like the Republic Commando, they've given us a grenade attachment for the rifle, so I assume it won't be too high damage and it'll take a second to switch the mode over. But yeah, I assume like the Republic Commando, you'll be able to lob a few grenades from the same rifle that you're blasting people with, it just takes a second to switch over. For the Resistance, their new reinforcements are the Gunner and the Spy. All we know is that they're 2 new alien races from Episode 9. Apart from that, we don't know much. Maybe the Spy is able to cloak, or at least partially cloak, so it's just sort of a ripple in the air. That would be pretty cool. Think like Team Fortress 2, the Spy became like a meme. And he was so cool because while he had low health, he could zip around the map and kind of just come up with a melee attack. So maybe the Spy has a really powerful melee attack. That would be pretty cool. Or a way of spotting loads of enemies at a time if they get a good flank. And the Gunner, we don't really know. That could just be a even more powerful heavy. But we really don't know anything about the reinforcements yet. But they do sound pretty cool, especially the Spy. And then the fact that the Sith Trooper has speed as an actual like skill. Like that has to be some advanced speed rather than just slightly increased foot speed. As predicted, we're getting new skins for Rey, Finn and Kylo. However, shamefully, it's a real shame because of the fact that we're getting all of these new reinforcement skins that are going to cost credits, and that's today, so I'm going to be doing videos on them today. But we're also going to have to buy Rey, Finn and Kylo skins with credits. They do come free with the Celebration Edition, so if someone hasn't gotten the game yet, then they might as well get it now because they're going to get all of these skins for free with the new edition. But for us who have just bought ARC Troopers, Republic Commandos and Commando Droids, we're going to have to also buy new heroes as well. So December, before we even get to Christmas, is going to have to be a massive grind on Battlefront 2 to get all of the credits ready. Hopefully they do a couple like double, triple credit weekends or days, because I know they do it for XP. If they do that for credits, just to help us kind of grind to get these, then that would be really great of them. And then finally, the days they come out. The new map is coming on December 20th, because you'll have had a few days to go see the Rise of Skywalker before that, or maybe just one day actually, but they don't want to release it before the film comes out in cinemas. But everything else is coming on December 17th, so we get it a few days earlier. And so I really can't wait for this. Leave a like if you're enjoying this whole content, and if you're excited for all of this. Leave a comment with whether you would prefer all of the Capital Supremacy maps, or like 3 or 4 of them from the sequel trilogy, to come out in January, or if you'd like us to get the new one in December and then have them come monthly for like January, February and March. Let me know which your preference would be. Subscribing, you'll know when all of the videos come out, which includes the reinforcement skins that are going to be coming out later today, and day 5 of my 20 Days of Christmas with Heroes vs Villains. Hopefully I'll see you next time.